What's happening, people? Welcome back to Out of the Loop. I'm Matt Black, of course, and in this video I'm going to be showing you guys how to submit your tracks to labels, how to find the best label for your tracks, how to prepare your tracks for those labels, and how to prepare emails that you're going to send to these labels. So it's not going to be a musical day or musical video, but it's the important stuff. The theory is really important, not theory, but you know, the business side of it, how to get your music even heard in the first place after you've finished your perfect track. So yeah, I will go over quite a few different steps. Some of them you might already know, some of them you might not. And I'll show you what I've done to sign my music in the past. So yeah, like always, please subscribe, hit the notifications button, hit the bell button and all that stuff. Comment, give feedback, like, you know what to do. It's really good if you guys can support the channel. As you can see, it's a really early channel, and all the support would be really appreciated. So without me chatting more shit, let's get into Ableton. This is where I want to just show you guys how you would have your track ready, or at least where you know it's kind of ready, because you don't know this. What I'm going to show you now is how to have your tracks at the right RMS levels, which is like the volume levels to compete with other tracks in your genre. So this doesn't mean that your track is ready, because your mix could be really bad, but it could be really loud. But this is just a good way you can see. So you can either use this metering system, or there is a free one. I think it's called Ulean. Yeah, this one. Oh, new version, blah blah blah. This is free. And then I'll copy this over to the other track as well. Yeah. So now they have. So what I've done is I've got them linked to 3 and 4. Like you can see here, 3, 4. Top one's mine, and then the bottom one is track from Lost Signals. Lost Signal by Galaga or something like that. I can't play the track because I get done for copyright, so I'm hoping that it doesn't play through on your system, guys. It doesn't on mine. I wonder. Let me just see. No, it doesn't. Okay, cool. So yeah, so what you want to look for. This is a good level. So let's look on the professional track. This is signed by Deep. So they're LUFS. And then the RMS is here. So the RMS is hitting at 10.3 roughly. This is at like the drop, about 10. But this is because I bought this track through Beatport. So it's not on a streaming site. The streaming sites like Spotify will automatically drop your volume level down to -15 RMS. So right now it's at 10, something like that. And it will, so it's really loud when you buy it off Beatport. You know, it's not peaking or distorting, but it's loud. But then when you get it on Spotify and stuff, the volume will get knocked down anyway. So you don't want to go crazy and have it super loud, because when they knock it down, you might lose quality anyway when they do that. So what I'm doing is I'm looking to see if my track is hitting the same volume. So let's go to mine, 3. So yeah, it's hitting the same, like 9 here, 6, 9, around the same mark. So that's one way you can check. You can also check with things like span, and then I'll copy that to the other one. So these are all just metering systems. They don't add any sound or anything like that. Let's close these down. So span is a way you can see if your like kick is hitting in the same area as a professional track, and like the high end is hitting in the same area. So let's look at mine. So my kicks, I think this is mine. No. Let's close this down. Yeah, this is mine. So the kick's hitting -30, and then yeah, it's the high end. There's like a little dip. It's like mountain and then a dip and then blah blah blah. Here, he's got his bass really quite low. Well, it's in this area. Nothing in this area. In the 300, which is interesting. This is like mid bass kind of territory between here, but he's obviously just got like a very nice sub. and then drums are here, and then he's got another peak in the mountain. So it's kind of similar. He's hitting the same kind of volume with his kicks and stuff like that. It's not too far off. Maybe I could have added more in my high end to try and compete with it. You see, and then he's got quite a lot going on in this part, which might be like a vocal. But anyway, so that's how you guys can see if you're, you know, kind of on the right track, like your volume's correct. This is after the master, by the way, so after it's been mastered. So now we're going to jump into what you would do. So obviously you have your track finished, mastered, your volume's at a good level, you think it's perfect. So then you put it on SoundCloud, which is really great to use. So I put it on SoundCloud. Another thing I have is I've paid for SoundCloud, so I have this insight, so I can see who's actually listened to my music. So I can see that these labels have actually listened to my music, which is really helpful, because if you send it to them and then they don't even listen, like Silk's listened. Yeah, and if you send it to them and they've not even listened to it, then you know to send it to them again. But that's up to you, that's optional. So what I'm trying to say is, so you upload to SoundCloud. Either you choose a radio edit version, so this is like just a short part of the track where there's a bridge and then a build up, or the entire track, but then in your submission email, you tell them to go to that specific point where the drop is. So you have the whole track there, just in case they want to listen to it, see if you've, you know, progressed the track nicely or whatever. But that's up to you. So you either do like a full 6-minute track. So yeah, your track should be about 6 minutes or so, with a intro, like a DJ friendly intro. So you've got just a kick and just a minimal amount of drums, just so the DJ can mix it in. And then the end should be quite similar, where you got a kick and so the DJ can mix it in. So yeah, what was I saying? I'm a little bit hungover, so bear with me. It was my girlfriend's birthday yesterday, so I'm like a bit all over the place. So yeah, this is the email that I would have ready. So I wrote an email before that I sent to, I don't know, to Lane 8, Lane 8's label, and then I would have saved what I said, and then just put it into this text thing, and then this is what mine says. So it says, hey guys, my name is Matt Black. I am an artist from the UK. I make progressive house, melodic techno, and organic house. I've been producing for about 6 years now, and I feel that I'm at a point where I'm making music that can compete with the best in the industry. I have an EP ready to go with plenty of high quality music in the locker. You could also put some labels that you've signed with there. So I'll probably do that now, because I've got some pretty good signings this year. Just basically sell yourself a little bit, but don't put too much into it, because I don't really think they properly read that. They just click on the link, listen to the track, and then they'll judge. Because no matter how much you sell yourself, if your music's trash, your music's trash. It doesn't matter how much you big yourself up. So yeah, you send them I've sent them a playlist, and I've sent them my track, because I've sent the playlist just in case they want to listen to some more stuff, but a lot of the time they're not going to have time to do that, so they'll only listen to one track. Cool. Yeah, and you can put your links to your sites if you've got some as well. This other stuff here is just like a description of my bio and all that, but you don't need to get into that. So you've got your track, it's on SubmitHub, not on SubmitHub, it's on SoundCloud, and you now want to send it to these labels. So the ways that you can do it, either you look for the labels, like here. Label base is amazing. It just has a list of all these labels, and then it has their email contact. Sometimes these aren't correct, they're not right, but you can just flick through all of these and then find their email address, copy just copy that, send it to them. Don't send it in a group email, because they'll see that you've sent it to loads of different emails, labels. Pick a specific one. Pick labels that make music like what you make. I promise, I can't emphasize that enough. They will not like, you're wasting your time if it's just like some big label you want to get signed to. If they don't make the same music, they won't want to sign it. It's just the way it is. Cool. So yeah, you find these labels on here, and so some of them will link you then to so like Injuna Deep, which was a big one that I'm trying to get onto. They will then, you can contact through here, but I'm not sure that these actually work. But then the demos, they link you to LabelRadar, which I already have open here. Well, yeah, on theirs it goes straight to it, and then you can just submit a track to this. But when you do that, I think it will ask you to sign up. But then you sign up. So I've signed up to LabelRadar because I use it quite a lot. I pay like $14 a month, and then I've got all my tracks on here. Got a little profile where you can put your Facebook things and stuff like that. Your Instagram. For some reason this doesn't work, but it does link to my Instagram. Yeah, anyway, so I'm getting distracted. So yeah, you have your tracks on here. You can see who's actually viewed your profile, which is quite cool. Armada's checked out my profile because I've sent them a track. And so yeah, the thing is, I mean, they're going to check your profile, and for me, I'm not that famous, so they might see that you don't have these that many followers, and that could be a reason why they don't sign to you. But that's just the way it is. That's business. So what you do is you submit your track on here. You click submit to label. You would upload an MP3. Oh yeah, I should have said that. When you have finished your project, make sure you export a WAV and an MP3. You just do that by clicking, when you do export, click MP3 and WAV or AIFF. AIFF is like a very high quality. Try and do 48 hertz because it's a high quality sample rate. And then you have your MP3 ready to use on submit on LabelRadar, because for some reason LabelRadar doesn't take WAVs, which is really annoying, but that's just the way it is. Okay, so you would submit your track to these labels. They get back to you, either saying they don't want it. Loads of these have said they don't want these tracks, and then sometimes you get them that are interested, like Silk here. When they signed this track Flawed, they messaged me, and then we went back and forth, and then we just contacted through email, and you go from there, and they'll say, oh yeah, we like your track, maybe you can change this a little bit, maybe you can do that, and so on and so forth, and you go from there. I don't really need to get into what the label will do, but they'll offer you a contract just saying it'll be like a 50% split maybe. A lot of the time they don't give you an advance, they'll just say, yeah, we're going to pay for the promotion, and then a percentage of the royalties will come out of the money that we've spent on the promotion. That can be the way it is sometimes. So yeah, you just have to weigh it up, think, okay, is this label going to do anything for my career? Is it going to benefit me? Is it good to associate myself with this label? If you've picked a good label, then it should be. I definitely have made mistakes in the past where I've just signed with a label because I just wanted to get signed to a label. I was just excited. So yeah, it's such a big thing if you get your track signed to a label, and then you realize there's just thousands of labels out there and they'll just sign anything. My music was not ready, it wasn't professional enough, and they still signed it, and now it's out there in the world and I can't do much about it. It's really hard to get it removed. So yeah, be careful what you do. So yeah, I think I showed you everything here. Yeah, they'll get back to you and whatnot, and that's it. Yeah, there's you go into your messages and you can click through, and what you can do basically is you can look at the label. So I'll go, if I get a message from someone saying they want my track, I will then go on their profile, I'll type this name and then go on to Google and look if they're doing well, what they do for their labels, what type of music they have. Like this, they had, I was interested with this label, but it was like they were making mostly like future house, and I just thought, this is not right, this isn't like it's not what I'm going for with my track. Cool. So yeah, I think I've gone over everything here. Also on here there's opportunities, which is really cool. Actually, this is really helpful. I actually did the remix through CRI, Cry Music, through Anjuna Deep. They had a remix competition on here that you can just download the stems, make a remix, and then submit it into LabelRadar. And you can win like money, you can win prize official release. You can release on Atlantic Records, which is massive. That's one of the biggest labels in the world. So yeah, you guys get the idea there with LabelRadar. I've gone on a bit there. Cool. So The other thing you do, I used SubmitHub a long time ago, not a long time ago, but like 2 years ago. Still use it a little bit now for feedback. So this is the best thing about SubmitHub, is that you get good in-depth feedback. With LabelRadar, you don't get good feedback. You get like a generic message. Let me show you. Yeah, we appreciate your submission. However, the sound doesn't fit the direction we're going. Let's look for more. Yeah, fortunately, your track is not. We're not interested. Fortunately, we're not interested. Fortunately, not interested. It's just not. It's not in depth. Look at this. Is all Unity rejecting all my music. But yeah, but sometimes they will like your music. If I can try, yeah, like they'll check out the full song. So then you have to wait for them to listen to the whole song, see if they like it. Yeah, what was it? Oh yeah, sorry, I missed something. With LabelRadar, you can only submit 20 seconds of the song. So all these labels are only listening to like the snippet. So you pick like a drop of the song, and then hopefully that's enough. And so that's when they'll check out the full song afterwards. Cool. Get off LabelRadar. So yeah, SubmitHub. The way that SubmitHub is, it's similar, but the labels will listen to the entire track. So you can upload a WAV or AIFF, which is a high quality audio. You submit that, and then it's $1 per submission. And then you can just pick through the labels that you want. You pick the genre here, just filter the genre, have a look through. This is like no genre match, for some reason that still came up even though it's not a genre match. These are genre match, and then you would click on them, and you're like, okay, these guys are doing okay. They've got a few Facebook fans and YouTube or whatever, not doing that great, but they're okay. And be quite particular, because this is like, okay, this is a warning I'm going to give you guys. Some labels are just trying to release as much music as they possibly can, and they don't really care about the quality. And I don't really know why they do it. I'm guessing maybe they get a little bit of money from streams for each release, even if they just do like 1,000 streams, or they get a little bit of money, but they don't have to pay you any money, because if you don't make over 50 quid or $50, they don't have to pay anything. So they can have thousands of all these artists releasing, and then all of them don't make quite up to 50 quid, so they don't have to send them anything. So then they're just making like lots of small money. It's just a business, really. I mean, it's not great, it's not good, but these labels won't put any money into promotion. They literally just post it on their Instagram and Facebook, and then that's it. And if they've got no fans, then why would anyone see that music or care? So you need to really contact these labels, see what promotion they do. I'll literally, like, I don't know if I can show you this, but I'll have a label. These guys was a label, and I looked on their stuff, and they weren't really that big. They weren't doing that well. But I asked them and said, "Oh, what's your plan for promotion? Like, I can see that you haven't done too well in the past. What would be any different? Why would I sign with you guys?" And they were like, just very honest, like, "Yeah, that's fair enough, but we've now took a new approach. We're going to be spending this much on promotion. We're going to also add the songs to our main channel, which is like a better label." And so I trusted them. I'm like, okay, fair enough. You're going to put this much money in. That's how much I'll probably put in. So it's like an equal thing. And I respected their label, and I really liked the music that they did on that label. So don't just take any label and be like really excited because you've got a sign in. Just dive into it a little bit. Ask them what they're going to do. And then if you're happy with it, then obviously sign. Cool. So yeah, SubmitHub. Yeah, the cool thing with SubmitHub that I really like is the feedback is really in depth. So I can just click on some of these tracks that I've sent. These guys, they like the track. They said it's like really in depth. They say the track's cool. Love the groove going on in this one. Synths are used, different elements working well. This is sounding good. The track, great atmosphere. You got something good here. Production and mixing are on point. Thanks for sending us. Unfortunately, we have to pass on this one. We're not 100% sure it would fit No Face release at this moment. So like they obviously, because this label isn't huge, It's all right. Let's have a look. Yeah, they've got they've got like 60,000 fans. 6,000. They're pretty good, but it's not suited for their label. But they're not so big that they don't have time to give you in-depth feedback, which is great. And that's what you want, so you at least know that they don't like you for certain reasons, or they do like you for certain reasons. Okay, another thing you can use is Demo Drop. I don't know much about Demo Drop because I only just started trying to use it the other day, but you basically just submit your tracks the same as everything else. I think it's mostly free, and then you can go through these record labels, you look on them all, so let's just click a random one, send demo, you select a track, got a track, blah blah blah, send, real quick, real easy, that's it. So that's just another avenue. I'm not sure what it's like for feedback though. I've not received any feedback from any labels I've used for them. Cool, so that's it, I think. Did I cover? Yeah, I covered how to get their email addresses on here. Oh yeah, one more thing I'm going to cover for you guys. That is how you find labels that you, how you find labels that you think you would be suited for. So what I do is I think, okay, who do I want to sign with? And then which artists are on those labels. So I really want to sign with Anjuna Deep. It's a big goal of mine. Why have I spelled Anjuna Deep? Yeah. So you can click on them, and you can go on recently played artists. Oh, is that what I've recently? Yeah, I guess that will work. You can see that they've signed to Anjuna Deep. But you know how to get onto Anjuna Deep, and maybe you're not been getting accepted by them, which is quite likely because they're a very good big label. So you want to look for smaller labels that have had similar success. So what you do is you click on here, go on these three dots, go on show credits, and source Vision Quest. So then you'll go, okay, Vision Quest is a label, listen to the track. I can't play it because I'll get done for copyright, and just see if it's quite similar, and then you can just search Vision Quest Records maybe, and then you've got you go onto the SoundCloud. They're a really good label, 33,000. They get quite a few plays. You can see, you can check out their Facebook and just listen to their music and see if it's like it fits your label, whoa, this is a really big label. Okay, so yeah, these are really good. You now have a label that you can then search for, but then what you need to do is get their contact details. So if you go on here, this is their website. You can go on maybe Stockholm, that's where I am. You can go on contact. Sometimes it's on the label, but sometimes when they're really big they don't want people to about contact. Are you a promoter? No. Okay, so these guys are a little bit harder to submit to. So what you want to do is either you can type email address or submit email. Yeah, cool. So this site's really handy. So you go on demos, click demo, boom, and now I have their email. It might not be correct. Sometimes they're just not right, but you can try both of these and then just send your email to them with your track. And that's it. That's how you source different labels that you think might suit your music. Just make sure your music's ready and it's at the best that it can be. Send it to different people. Try and get some in-depth feedback from artists that know what they're doing. You can send it to me. I've got a feedback service on my site. I think it's like 10 quid, and I'll give you like a very in-depth feedback going minute by minute, or maybe minute by minute, just giving you like details on the mix. Maybe something needs improving, maybe you could add this here, that there. And obviously I've been doing music for quite a while now, so I hope that I know what I'm doing, and I've had some sign-ins to Silk Music and 03, so they're at a professional level, so I think I know what I'm talking about. I'd hope I do, but if not, you can contact big artists, and sometimes they have time to answer you. Just don't pester them too much, and just ask them politely, like, hey, do you mind just giving me some feedback on a track? I think it's ready to submit to labels, but I'm not sure, can you help me out? And maybe they'll ignore you, but maybe they'll answer. So yeah, I hope that helps you guys with this stuff, because I think I remember it was a bit daunting when I first started. I'd have all my music ready, and then I'm like, okay, now what? How would I possibly get a label to sign my music? And I hope that helps you guys with your choice of labels, because yeah, you need to just be careful with picking the right ones. Make sure that they're doing something for you. It's not all just for them. Cool. I talked a lot. I think I'm losing my voice. Yeah, thank you very much, guys, for watching the video and for your support. I really appreciate it, especially with this channel, because it's very new. It's just started. I was supposed to be doing the channel with a friend, but he's doing other things now, so he doesn't want to do it, so it's just going to be me. I hope that's all right with you guys. Yeah, please like and subscribe and share the content with people if you think it's going to help them. In the next video, I will be doing some more music stuff. I'm probably going to show you a track that I signed to later to Silk, and I can show you what I've done on that track, so you would think, okay, this is a track that is being accepted, this is what he's done, and then you can kind of copy the ideas. So yeah, thank you very much, guys, and I will see you in the next video.